I think a big mistake in having a fish tank is only having one. And I get it. I know all the reasons. Well, I don't have space. I can't afford to have another one. Well, that doesn't really count. Afford to have another one. You can find tanks for free or dirt cheap all day long. So that's not really a valid excuse far as I can't afford one. Now, but maybe you don't have space. But what about that chair that's sitting in the corner or the dresser that just collects dust? Throw them out. Make room. I have a little tiny space and I've made a lot of rooms for a lot of tanks. But the advantage of having more than one tank is huge. Of course, you gotta like fish and stuff, but your options open up so much more than just one. And there's also times you might get bored. You get bored of the tank setup you have right now, and you're thinking about, oh, I'd really like to try that other filter, or there's that new different species of fish. Maybe they'll be more active. It allows you to do that and not have to go donate your fish somewhere or try to rehome your fish and stuff, because this happens a lot too. When you decide, if you only have one tank and you decide to say, I just had enough of this species of fish, you'll find yourself, it may be 6 months, it may be a few years, you'll want to revisit that fish. You'll miss that species of fish. And that's why if you had multiple tanks, you wouldn't have to deal with repurchasing that species of fish you miss so much, because it reminds you of when you first got into fish tanks or for whatever reasons. So I say more. More tanks is better, never less. There's a balance of overloading yourself, but there's no real difference between having 1 or 5 tanks. There really isn't. The difference is when you start to get to 10 and plus. Yeah, there's a difference between 10 tanks and 1, but really 1 and 5. So it's not that big of a difference. Just when you get into 20s, 30s, 50s, hundreds, and then, I would argue once you get to 100, what's the difference between 100 and 200? I mean, it's all irrelevant. Anyways, more tanks or less tanks? Are you more tank? You wish you had more tanks, but that damn chair's in the corner, but you can't throw it out? Well, just throw it out. Make room for tanks.